It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja visuela y cuando le no viene ligado igualito que yuca. Ese pelo que tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el soy yo quien te
No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de...
Good morning. How's everyone doing? It is 7:10 a.m. Actually, it's 7:16. Oh man, internet was not working with me this morning. Was trying to get stuff uploaded and sit on it. You sit on it back to retro. We're bringing it back. Good morning, guys. Thank you for hanging in there, waiting for me. We got Teresa Deller in the house. John Phantom, how's it going? We got back to retro. How you doing, buddy? Oh man. Teresa Deller, Matt Workman, Jeremy, he's mad. Jeremy's mad, bro. Sit on it. Back to retro. Chantel in the house. Oh man. He is mad. Jeremy is mad. Watch out, guys. Oh man. How's everyone doing this morning? Oh man, trying to get stuff uploaded, trying to get it all put together, running late. But you have stumbled across the 7:10 a.m. morning show, guys. This is where we get wild and wacky and crazy, the most interactive show out there, guys. Oh man. A lot of stuff going on in the world today, huh? Former President Donald Trump brought up on charges. What the hell? What the hell is that all about? Craziness out in the world, guys. You got a bunch of people running around, end of the world talk. Oh man, crazy times, man. Lake Mead got that blessing this winter, guys. Um, I've been looking at the water levels, man. We got a lot of water. It's going to be interesting to see what water levels are. They're saying California might be out of their drought now. It's going to be interesting to see when the snow melts, how much impact it's going to have on the environment. But man, a lot of that stuff going on. What else is going on in the world? Oh man, just craziness. Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon looking like freaking the guy off of Superman. Who's seen Vince McMahon's new mustache? He looks like an evil accountant. Um, yeah, so that's the big news that's going around in the sports world. Endeavor, who owns UFC, purchased the WWE for $19 billion. You heard me right, $19 billion. So now UFC and WWE will be under one umbrella as a company. They'll be there, separate companies, but they'll be under one company, man. What a juggernaut that is. Be interesting to see what they do to get some of that 19 million back. I know when they bought UFC, they did a lot of cuts and different things, front office. You spend $19 billion on a company, you need some return on your investment, and you got to start making money now. So be interesting to see. I know a lot of wrestlers aren't happy that Vince is back, but we'll see what happens, man. 19 billion for a family business that he bought from his dad. That's insane. Turned it into a juggernaut. Say what you want about the guy, man. Smart, smart, smart businessman for sure, guys. All right, let's get into this stuff. We got what do we got for today? Oh, we'll get into today in history, guys. You know what? I hate this stupid. Hang on one second. I got that logo, and I can never see the comments coming through because of the stupid logo in the corner. And I always kill. It's not even the right logo this morning. So is the UFC be no longer considered a sport like WWE, which is entertainment? That's a good point, John. There's been a couple fights that you're like, hmm. It almost seems like, I wouldn't say predetermined, but pretty much set up. So John Jones made his return, controversial return a month ago, whatever it was, and he called out Brock Lesnar again. He did it 3 years ago. Tell me this isn't trying to set up the stage for a big super fight. Brock Lesnar's a wrestler now. They just merged. I bet you see some crossover stuff, definitely. All right, let's get into this today in history, guys. I had to scramble on this one. Old Chat GPT let me down. It gave me the same one we did a couple days ago. And I'm like, wait a minute, this might not be what happened on today in history, guys. All right, so today in history for April 5th, Colin Powell passed away, guys, in 2001. Died at the age of 84. Colin Powell was attorney, United States general and statesman. I think he had a big introduction. Was it during the Iran Contra hearings? Anyway, Colin Powell. He passed away on today, guys. The Battle of Mapu, Chile's independence movement led by Jose de Saint Martin and Bernardo Higgins won a decisive victory over Spain in the Battle of Mapu, which left 2,000 Spaniards and 1,000 Chilean patriots dead on this day in 1818. Got to fight for that independence, man. I bet you they're happy now. That's a dumb thing to say. But they're happy they have freedom now. In 2008, guys, Charlton Heston, who possessed commanding screen presence and was best known for his films Ben-Hur, The Ten Commandments, and let's not forget Planet of the Apes. Get your damned hands off me. Let's not forget that, guys. Um, these birthdays, more events on this day. Let's see. set up weird. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to read these events. I have to click on it. Is that the problem? I'm not clicking. I'm not clicking. This sucks. This. Let me see. In April 5th, 1945, appointment of General MacArthur and Admiral Nimitz as commanders, respectively, of all armies and navy forces in the Pacific Theater announced by the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Oh, dang. In 1994, American grunge rocker Kurt Cobain, leader of the band Nirvana, died at the age of 27. Now that's one, man. That's one I think that's one of those events that we all remember, right? Where were you when Kurt Cobain passed away, when he committed suicide? I remember specifically I was avoiding a church called the Potter's House to try to pick me up for a youth group thing. I did not want to go to this church, and I put my foot in the door, and that's all they needed. They found out where I live, and they're driving around, and I'm hiding in my backyard come Wednesday night for youth group, and I remember specifically avoiding them and hearing about Kurt Cobain on MTV. I want to say Kurt Loder. Who remembers Kurt Loder from MTV? I want to say he announced it. You mean when? Oh, look at Back to Retro. You mean when Courtney Love killed him? Yeah, who's seen that? There's a documentary called Bleach that is really, really good, and it's from a private detective that was actually hired from Courtney Love, and then he found things that were unexplainable. And he makes this documentary. It's really, very, really, really intriguing. Yeah, no, there's something to that theory. Maybe that's something we should cover on Paranormal Tuesday, guys. That'd be a good one. So that crazy, yeah, that was end of an era, man. That grunge band, a short era. That grunge movement wouldn't be the grunge movement without Nirvana. At that time you had nothing but hair bands. Think about it. Your edgy bands were Motley Crue, Warrant. You had the big hair. They were still wearing the spandex, coming out with the makeup, and they're rocking. That's what we grew up on. Nothing wrong with the hair bands, but at that time, I think society was ready for something different, because you got what you're used to over here, and then all of a sudden Nirvana's over here, and you're like, what's that over there? Sad day, man. Kurt Cobain passed away. All right, guys. Yeah, so that was your today in history. If it don't fit, you must have quit. Yes. The gloves, man. Who remembers those OJ gloves? And everyone knew he was acting. Oh. Oh, he was, you know what OJ was? OJ was like those guys who sorry guys. Is there anything worse than having hair hanging down the front of your hat? No. Yeah, everyone knew he was acting. Like, he was like those infomercial guys that are like, "Hey, are you tired of the old shatter trying to open it?" And he's all, "I don't know." Yeah, that's what OJ was like trying on those gloves. He's like, "I don't know." Oh, Ray Lewis. Ooh, look at Back to Retro throwing out some controversy this morning. Back to Retro, Ray Lewis. I don't know. I remember the trial. I don't know enough about it though to comment if he was guilty or not. I can't really remember I remember a guy got killed. Was it a nightclub and got stabbed? I believe. Set it and forget it. Oh man. All right, guys, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this morning. We are talking Robert Blake. Yeah. Oh, Nova Mike. Good morning, Nova Mike. Look at Nova Mike coming out of the weeds. He's like, Robert Blake. He goes back in. Robert Blake, that was a big one. Who was we're gonna get a, you know what? Do we pivot on a dime and be like, instead of doing the most canceled products ever, let's do celebrities who got away with murder. You know what? We're gonna pivot on a dime, guys. Hang on. With fancy Mancy restream, guys, that we're using thanks to Back to Retro Review, we can pivot on a dime. Let me see. Top celebrities who got away with murder. With crimes? Let's say with crimes. All right. Bear with me, guys. I just want to make sure this is, yep, here we go. Want to make, oh. And let's pull that. Or, you know, I don't need to. But, all right. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Let me share my screen here with you all. All right. Ooh, I only have 2 member-free stories left this month. Watch out. All right. Celebrities who got away with murder or with major crimes. Major crimes division, guys. Kirk Douglas, what? Pivot like Ross on Prince. Pivot. Back to retro. You're up here. I need you to be down here. Okay? You gotta love Ross. Come on. You gotta love Ross. All right, guys. Justin Bieber and his streak of criminal offenses. I've heard of this. I've heard he likes to pee from his own mouth. He was in a nightclub, and there was a mop bucket in the corner of the nightclub, underneath a picture of George Clinton or Bill Clinton. And supposedly, the story I heard is he pissed on the pitcher and the bucket and said, "Fuck Bill Clinton," and left. I don't know why, but he did. It all started in January 2013 when Bieber was, hey, John, good morning, good morning. When Bieber was photographed in Miami smoking marijuana at a party, but got away with it. That's not a real crime. He then got away with attacking paparazzi. Again, is it a real crime? Those guys are all up in your face. In London for allegedly shouting insults at Bieber. So yeah. Justin Bieber was arrested in Miami, Florida for drag racing and driving under the influence. Okay, that's a big crime. He was driving with the expired license and resisting arrest. He got away with it by taking anger management counseling. Because nothing says I won't DUI again and reckless drive like anger management classes. A few days later, Justin Bieber was again charged, this time with assault for allegedly attacking his limousine driver by repeatedly hitting him in the head while they were in Toronto. The following month, the singer was charged with an act of vandalism when he egged his neighbor's house in Los Angeles. However, he got away with all these crimes just by paying fines and agreeing to take counseling. Oh, not yet. Not yet. Alec Baldwin, the director, took a plea. I don't know what that means for Alec Baldwin, but yeah, the director took a plea of that movie with the murder charges. So it's interesting to see what happens with that. I love that Justin Bieber was a kid. He was doing kid stuff, egging houses, driving without a license. I mean, some of the drinking and driving, that's super dangerous. I'm not trying to not, lest we not forget Amanda Tudd. Abuse on, oh yeah, Amanda a turd. Abuse on Johnny Depp. Yeah, let's not forget that. But did she get away with it? She kind of did. Well, she cut off his damn finger, so she should be in jail, right? Snoop Dogg was involved in a murder of a rival gang member. Yeah, who remembers this? I remember this trial big time. I think it was actually his bodyguard that his film company had probably lost their bond. Hey, Chris. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, Snoop was on trial. I think it was actually his bodyguard that shot the guy, or claimed to, and then people were saying no, it was Snoop. Snoop Dogg's America's favorite rapper, who hangs out with Martha Stewart, and it's just like this. He's like a golden girl now, if you really think about it. He was on trial for murder. That's right. He was arrested for first and second degree murder along with his bodyguard in 1995 for the shooting death of their rival gang member Philip Wolder Merriam. This happened 2 years after Dogg's bodyguard shot and killed him in 1993. Even though Snoop Dogg had been driving the car from which his bodyguard shot the man, the rapper and his guard were acquitted of murder charges on the grounds of self defense. You know, although there was a gun found on Woodleman's dead body, guess you can't even get away with murder if you have the right. You can get away with murder if you got the right lawyer. Yeah, that was a weird one, man. And there's a lot of Mark Wahlberg. We're gonna have to get into that one. Ooh. There was a lot of controversy about that. His lawyer, who represented him, ended up being one of the founding I wouldn't say fathers, but catalysts for the death row and Suge Knight issues. He was the one who put Suge Knight in touch with this huge drug dealer in prison, who then funded the beginning aspects of Death Row Records. And then, like, man, we should get into the conspiracies of Death Row Records one day. They had cops on the payroll. This thing was a freaking, basically a mafia, man. It was ran like organized crime. Suge Knight, boy, he was the godfather for sure. I would say Puffy had Biggie killed. I just read that there's some new evidence about that. Yeah, so that's a crazy one. There's a two-tier justice system. Yeah, that's for sure. You roll it in with some murder charges on with a public defender, you can be Snoop or not. You ain't getting. Mark Wahlberg at the age of 16. Is it really? I guess it is a crime. Brutally attacked a Vietnamese man with a stick, according to court records. The future actor spewed racial epithet before knocking him unconscious. Seeing the police, Wahlberg ran and found another Vietnamese man, asked the man to help him hide. But after the police cars had passed, Wahlberg punched the man, blinding him in the attack. What the hell, freaking Mark Wahlberg? How's your mother? Oh my God. According to authorities, during the arrest, he kept using racist slurs. He was a guy from Boston using racial slurs? Come on, that can't be. No, say it ain't so. He served 45 days of a 2-year sentence because, fortunately for the actor, he managed to find a prosecutor who suggested Mark didn't deserve any jail time. Again, Boston. He was able to get off free and clear for attempted murder just like that. Oh my God. Yeah, Boston. And I don't even think he was a star yet, was he? So the quote is, if a black, Hispanic, or Asian youth under the influence of drugs and alcohol had put a white man's eye out while trying to rob his store, the inconceivable that he would have been let off with such a light sentence. Implausible that he would have gone on to the kind of marquee stardom that Mark Wahlberg has obtained. Unlikely that he would have a sense of unvarnished privilege that is driving Mark Wahlberg's desire for whitewashing off his record. Oh my God. Rebecca Gayheart. Is she the one from the face wash commercials back in the day? Holy crap. It says something about the legal system and just policies when an actress can hit and kill a 9-year-old child and pay a fine and walk away. What the hell? I had no idea about this, guys. These are some of we're exposing secrets this morning. We're exposing secrets. Rosie the dog. We're exposing secrets. Go bathroom. Go, Rosie. You go in the bathroom or not? What are you doing? Rosie don't know what she's doing. You coming in or you going bathroom? What are you doing? She's gonna go bathroom. All right. So let's read a little bit more in this while Rosie uses the restroom facilities. We got let's see. This 90s teen queen was driving a vehicle in LA in 2001 when she struck a 9-year-old boy as he crossed the street. He died the next day from his injury. Gayhart pled no contest to vehicular manslaughter. She was sentenced to probation of only 3 years. Her license was suspended for a year, and she received a $2,800 fine. Oh my God, guys. Oh, yeah, that's horrible. I don't want to move forward. That's definitely, man, that prosecutor, those freaking judges that let that go, they need to be handled, man. That's not right at all. Let's not forget old Caitlyn Jenner got away with vehicular manslaughter. This was just recently. Yeah, they were driving on the freeway and hit somebody, and they died. But all they got was like a small slap on the wrist. It was like right when all the transition stuff was going on with old Caitlyn Jenner, so they were in the freaking news a lot. Yeah, again, money talks, BS walks, right? If you got the money to freaking hire these lawyers that know how to get you out of these situations, I guess, it happens. All right, Don King. How do you kill 2 people and manage to become the world's biggest boxing promoter? Yeah, if you guys know this, despite having killed 2 men at different times in his life, he has spent less than 4 years in prison. King shot and killed a man in 1954 who claimed to be trying to rob one of the gambling houses King owned. Don King was a hustler, man. The case went to court. Don King declared that he had killed the man in self-defense. The court agreed with his claim, and he walked away free. The second one, he was charged with second-degree murder when he stomped to death an employee after pistol whipping him because he owed him $600. This was ruled second-degree murder at first, but the final sentence did not reflect this. Instead, his offense was reduced to manslaughter. Now, I've heard different things about Don King on this, and one was that he good morning, Rosie. Good morning. All right. Excuse me real quick, guys. Let me, got to get Rosie her treat. Oh, this dog, guys. Hey, make sure you're checking out those wild weekend drops. Hey, the Healing Center, guys, all new remodel going on. Check it out, man. They moved to the other side. It is phenomenal over there, guys. You will definitely not even recognize it. Marble floors. They're still working on a few paint and a few other little things that they have to touch up, but it will be 100% complete for 420, guys. They're going to bring in a 420 like you've never seen. The deals are going to start flowing, and man, they got some big plans. Big plans for 420, guys. You're going to want to definitely check it out. Oh, Lonnie. Oh, yeah, Lonnie's coming down today. Beardless. Robert Wagner and Christopher Walken drowned Natalie Wood. Yeah, see, so that's another one. Let me pull this up. That list only had a few on it, guys. Let's do this one. Yeah, this one actually looks pretty good. All right, there's Mark Wahlberg again. Oh, I love it. Well, who knew that about? I don't love that he did that, but my God, who knew that about Mark Wahlberg? Let me do this real quick. All right. All right. Let's do this here. All right. Celebrities who've gotten away with murder. So this is oh, I just clicked. Why did I click? Why did I click on it, guys? And why can't I go back? Okay, here we go. Don't ever click on it. All right. So Mark Wahlberg. Okay. Tim Allen. What? I think he went to jail for cocaine. Did he not? If you were a child of the '90s, you know Tim Allen as Tim the Toolman Taylor. From all the Santa Claus. Oh, I hate these kind of lists. Basically, Tim was a big deal, but in the late '70s, he was very for life. I didn't know that. Tim Allen was barely starting his comedy career when he got involved in drug trafficking. For one instance, it was supposed to be easy. So yeah, he was moving 650 grams of cocaine. Tim Allen, my God. Um, where it would need to go. The plan was easy. It was cool. It happened on TV, so of course it would work. Only it turned out his accomplice was in fact an undercover police officer, Michael Pfeiffer, who been training the amateur drug dealer for months. Are trailing. Tim Allen walked away expecting a $42,000 payday, but he got met with a swarm of police officers. Wow. What did he end up? Unfortunately, ultimately, he was required to serve 2 years and 4 months in a federal institution in Minnesota. Dang, old Tim Allen. Let's see, what do we got? Busby Berkeley. I don't know about him. Well, we got the Snoop one. R. Kelly. We all know. All right, guys. So, does everyone know about R. Kelly? Come on. Hey, man, take care, Chris. Have a great day out there. Oh, man. I don't like the cocaine, but I like the smell of it. Oh, Nova Mike. No. Burt Reynolds killed the guy that hit a girl he was seeing, and the guy was dead in the morning. Really? I didn't know that. So, yeah, I don't know. We don't need to get into R. Kelly stuff, guys. He was a stupid child molester, horrible human being, R. Kelly. All right, what else we got? Sir Jimmy, I don't know who that is. O.J. Simpson. Yeah, we know that story, guys. Do we really need to cover it? Trying to see Bartholomew Cobb. All these. Oh, is this the one? I think this is the one. Robert Wagner. Here we go, guys. This is the Natalie Wood one. Send image to Brian. He can share it with you. I will. I definitely will. Robert Wagner has always been linked to the death of his wife, Natalie Wood. Natalie Wood drowned under mysterious circumstances at age 43 on board the yacht, husband Robert Wagner's yacht. Apart from actually drowning, much of the circumstances about her untimely demise were shrouded in mystery. Wood was with her husband and Christopher Walken, or with her husband Robert Wagner, Christopher Walken, and the captain Dennis Dorvan the evening of November 28th, 1981. It was never deduced on how exactly she ended up in the water. Wagner said she was not with him when he went to bed. The autopsy report revealed that she had bruises on her body and arms, as well as abrasions on her left cheek, but no indication on how or when those occurred. The captain had previously stated that Wood and Wagner argued that evening, and Wagner denied that at the time. His memoir, Pieces of My Heart, oh, horrible name if you're accused of killing your wife. Wagner admitted that he had an argument with Wood before she disappeared. Two witnesses who were on a nearby boat stated they had heard a woman scream during the night. The case was reopened in November 2011 after Dervin publicly stated that he had lied to police during the initial investigation, that Wood and Wagner had an argument that evening. He alleged that Wood had been flirting with Walken, that Wagner was jealous and enraged, that Wagner had prevented Dervin from turning on the searchlights and notifying authorities after Wood's disappearance. Dervin alleged that Wagner was responsible for her death. In 2012, Los Angeles chief coroner amended Wood's death certificate and changed it to the cause of death from accidental drowning to drowning and other undetermined factors. In 2018, Wagner was named a person of interest. Nothing more has come at it from there. Man, not good. Yeah, that's horrible, man. He did basically get away with murder on that. What is this one? Which celebrity doesn't? So now we're just getting into the weeds, guys. We're just getting into the weeds with different ones. Celebrities who got away with crime. Matthew Broderick. Oh, we haven't even talked about Mel Gibson. Speak of the devil. Mel Gibson. Yeah, old sugar tits himself. Mel Gibson. He got pulled over for extreme DUI. I don't know if he got away with it because he got canceled, man. Yeah, he did he wasn't. I don't know if you would say he got away with it per se. He didn't have to go to jail, but people weren't forgiving of Mel Gibson. Vince Neil, what did Vince Neil do? Lead singer drove drunk and smashed into a car carrying two people. The passenger I remember this was on the movie. He killed a drummer that was riding with him. He was hammered too. The passenger in Neil's car, the drummer from a band called Hanoi Rocks, perished, and the occupants in the other vehicle were left in critical injuries and brain damage. The judge sentenced Neil to 30 days behind bars and 5 years probation. Oh, man, he served 18 days of the 30 days. He killed a dude. Come on. Matthew Broderick. What does this guy do? It's something silly. It's got to be something silly. Matthew Broderick was vacationing in Northern Ireland with his then girlfriend, Jennifer Gray. No one puts baby in a corner. In 1987, when his BMW collided head on with another vehicle, instantly taking their lives. Oh, my God. Broderick was charged with causing death by dangerous driving and faced 5 years behind bars, but he was later convicted of a lesser charge, careless driving, and paid $175. That's a bit of a difference there. We already covered Mark Wahlberg and his racist rants. I love that he asked an Asian man to help him, and then he beat up the Asian man after he helped him. What the hell? Mel Gibson pled no contest to misdemeanor count of domestic battery, allegedly committed to his then girlfriend. This chick was something. The officer, he was sentenced to 3 years probation, a year-long domestic violence counseling program. I think he got what everyone else would have got on that. But in 2006, he was arrested for drunk driving. Yep, exactly, Lonnie, exactly. He was a second-degree DUI, and he was sentenced to 3 years probation. He should have done some time, let's be honest. He called her sugar tits and blamed the Jews. Samuel Curtis Johnson. I don't know who that is. He's a billionaire. Oh, the Johnson & Johnson guy? Is that? Household Products was given 4 months behind bars for pleading guilty to child molestation. What? 4 months? What the hell, man? What the hell? Lindsay Lohan. That's right. She had a mess of trouble. Who remembers when Lindsay Lohan was in the freaking was in the news every week for shoplifting, drugs, and overall crazy behavior? Lohan was sentenced to 90 days in jail in July 2010 for violating terms of her probation, but she was released 13 days due to overcrowding. It's so funny that I only hear celebrities getting released for overcrowding. Average Joe, smelly homeless Joe, who been out partying all night, he doesn't get early release. No, he has to stay and do his time. Yeah, she was a whole bunch of stuff: shoplifting, drugs. It was a cry for help, guys. Snoop Dogg, we covered him. Charlie Sheen. Mr. Tiger Blood himself, guys. Already on probation in 2008 for controlled substance offenses, Charlie Sheen OD'd again, and his probation was extended. Then on Christmas Day 2009, Sheen was arrested for assaulting his wife and charged with felony, menacing, second-degree assault, and criminal mischief. His lawyer arranged his previous charges to be dismissed as part of a plea bargain, and Sheen was sentenced to 30 days in rehab. Man, do you remember that run he went on? He had a bunch of porn stars living with him. Yeah, winning. Exactly. Winning. Oh, old crotch. Old fire crotch. Some people call her. Oh no, we won't. Never mind. That could be offensive. I'm not going to say that. All right. In 1995, oh, I remember this. Hugh Grant was arrested in L.A. with escort Divine Brown after soliciting her for unlawful services. You know what? He was embarrassed like a motherfucker. It was all over, excuse my language, guys. It was all over the news, on every paper, on every headline. You know what? He paid a lot more than that $1,000, man. Look at his mugshot. Is this the mugshot? No. His mugshot, he was just so embarrassed. And in the end, he got guilty. Good morning. Good morning. Leanne, how you doing? In the end, he was guilty of the oldest profession in the world. 50 Cent. Now, yeah, this is a guy who has a lot of history. At the age 19, Curtis Jackson, also known as 50 Cent, was sentenced to 3 to 9 years behind bars for selling controlled substance. However, the judge allowed him to spend 6 months at a boot camp where he earned his GED. Yeah, when I was a kid, guys, when I was younger, I was a trustee. I did a little time. We talked about it. I was a little tweaker. I've been sober a million years. All that's over now. But I was a trustee out of the Shock program, which was the boot camp. And actually, man, they do a lot of really good stuff. They actually got me my GED. They got me in a culinary program. Even though I was just a trustee out there, they helped me, get my stuff together. And a lot of kids, man, I remember watching those guys throw up doing their boot camp stuff, working out so hard that they throw up. Never again. What did Paris Hilton get arrested for? Paris Hilton has been arrested several times for crimes like driving under the influence and possession of controlled substances. I could see that. And twice leaving the scene of an accident. Again, I could see that. Considered a misdemeanor in California, and as she didn't get nothing. 1 year probation, community service that she probably never did. Yeah. Rebecca Gayheart, that's the one I still can't remember. Chick straight up killed a kid and got away with it, man. I will not support you no longer, Rebecca Gayheart. Floyd Mayweather Jr. guys. I think there was some domestic violence stuff with him. Misdemeanor domestic violence. I don't know. Domestic violence is very serious. How a judge put off going to jail. So he received 30 days off his sentence due to good behavior. They definitely treated him like a celebrity, but misdemeanor stuff. I mean, no one's really going to jail over misdemeanors. Drugs should be treated as a health problem. Yeah, I agree, John. Definitely agree. Looks like you got the money and the right lawyer. You can get away with murder. Yeah. What about Ty Warner? Who is this guy? Another billionaire. Avoided paying at least 5.5 million in taxes. What kind of billionaire is not paying his tax? Well, I guess you wouldn't be a billionaire if you started paying your taxes. Brandy, what did Brandy do? The boy is mine. I don't know if that's how that goes. I remember this. She was involved in a car accident in 2006 when her Range Rover hit a Toyota and ended the lives of a mother and her child on the freeway. It concluded that there was insufficient evidence for a jury to find Norwood guilty of misdemeanor vehicle manslaughter, but beyond a reasonable doubt, thus she was never arrested or charged. The family sued for $50 million, and a settlement was eventually agreed upon. Ted Kennedy. Oh, yeah, Mr. Driving off the bridge, killing women, drunk. One of the most famous celebrity crime stories occurred in 1969 when 36-year-old future Senator Ted Kennedy drove his car off a bridge on Chapswick Island in Massachusetts. He was able to escape the car, but his passenger, 28-year-old Mary Jo Capoche Parrish, Kennedy claimed that he drove repeatedly that night along with his cousin and an aide and to try to reach Capote to no avail. They returned to their cottage afterward and did not report the accident until the next morning after the overturned car had already been discovered by a fisherman. Oh, man, due to lack of evidence. Oh, so he just left her for dead? What a dick. Never mind. We know what Michael Jackson did. I was like, what could Michael Jackson have done? We know. Robert Blake. Here you go, Nova Mike. Robert Blake was accused of slaying his 44-year-old wife, Bonnie Lee Blake, on May 4th, 2001, after the couple had dinner. Blake claims he walked Blakely to their car, but went back to the restaurant to retrieve a sidearm he had left there. Yeah, because people leave their guns in restaurants. He said he found Blakely shot in the head when he returned. Oh my God, if he would have only had his gun, if he wouldn't have had to go back. After a 3-month-long trial, a jury acquitted Blake. 8 months, oh man. Was ordered to pay Blake a civil trial causing Blake's demise. He was ordered to pay 30. So in civil, he was guilty. But oh man, that's horrible. All right, guys. So that's it. We pivoted on a dime, guys, and we did the craziest celebrities accused of murder and other crime. Who knew about Mark Wahlberg? Yeah, buying sex shouldn't be a crime, especially if it's okay. On that, it's a touchy subject because of human trafficking and all that. But man, I mean, so I get it, man. I'm Mr. Non-human traffic. I would kill a son of a gun if I saw someone trying to kill a kid or kill a young lady. Chances are he wouldn't be coming away. But now that I'm going to jail for admitting that, no. If it's an agreement between two mutual adults, whatever. We don't need to get into that stuff. Wesley Snipes, for tax evasion, but he actually went to prison, right? He did some time for that. The one I'm most intrigued about is Mark Wahlberg and Rebecca Gayheart. Who would have thought that? Like, I mean, Mark Wahlberg, I get it. You're a kid. I don't get it. But, I mean, you're a kid in Boston, one of the most racist towns in the world. You beat up a Chinese man with a stick, and then you're like, hey, other Chinese man, help me hide. And then you punch that Chinese man. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's the same as what they say, like legalizing drugs, right? It would then eliminate a lot of the crimes that are taking place, like, the cartels. Like if we legalize marijuana federally, that could really undercut the cartel. But, I mean, at the same time, maybe not, because people are going to want cheap weed. And with all these taxes and stuff, I don't know. There's just a ton of stuff, guys. All right, line of the day, guys. Line of the day is going to go to Lonnie for his fire crotch comment, guys. That made me laugh. Good old fire crotch. So, Lonnie, we're going to open your prize, sir. This is from the Marvel Bad Guy edition of these egg things that I do. All right. What could it be? What could it be, Lonnie? What could it be? You won a Venom keychain, sir. A Venom keychain. I'm going to put this back in the thing. I'm going to put your name on it, Lonnie. And I'm going to try to get I'll be seeing you today probably if you're coming down, right? Awesome. I got your jar of Sauve here with your prize on it. And look, there's a weird sticker on it for whatever reason. That's your prize pack there, Lonnie. Congratulations. Line of the day. And don't fret, guys. We do line of the day every day unless I forget, which I did yesterday. But we will start doing it every day, guys. I got to get in the rhythm of stuff. I'm going to get out of here, man. I'm going to go smoke a bowl. I woke up not wanting to wake up. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. I got to call T-Mobile. I paid my bill yesterday, and they cut me off today because they said I didn't pay it, even though I did. So now I got to get on the phone and do all this stuff. All right, guys, but you have a great rest of your day. I'm going to be dropping that video about 10 o'clock for the new healing center remodel, guys. Check this thing out. Today is Wax Wednesday. Get on over there, guys, and get your discount on wax. Treat yourself to some high-end wax with that, man. Thank you for all you do, Lonnie. Great. All you guys, man. I appreciate tuning in every morning, listening to me ramble. Thank you guys so much. So I got to call T-Mobile and yell at some people. No, hopefully we can just get it straightened away. I've never been with a prostitute, but I understand their position as well as I could. Yeah, sex workers. That's a whole different, a lot of people, that stigma of sex work. You think of someone being kidnapped and forced to do this. There's people out there who do it for a living, who want to do it, who like to do it. I don't know if they like to do it, but I mean, hey, I guess it's scrubbing dishes or whatever. So I don't know. There's a lot to it. Anyway, we're getting all over the place on this, guys. We were supposed to look at discontinued products this morning. We've been looking at murderers and Mark Wahlberg punching Asian men, Don King killing people and getting away with it. Oh, man. Good time. One thing I did want to show you guys real quick that I am sad they got discontinued is the VW bus. The Type 2 VW, these were cool. I like those, and I'm sad they were discontinued. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate each and every one of you. You guys rock so much. Join me at 4:20. We got a good one. What is today? Weed Wednesday. We're going to be doing some strain reviews, and I'm finally going to get to my, what is it called? Vaporizer. We're going to review that vaporizer. All right, guys, so I'm going to get out of here. I got to go call T-Mobile and deal with that right now. All right, guys, make sure I didn't even have to do that. What did I do? Make sure you're checking out thedailydank.com. I'll be seeing you guys later. Hey, Baker, thanks for hanging out with us. Everybody, guys, you guys rock. I will see you at 4:20. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.